end on saying the word bitches in every show. So I want you all to give a big round of applause to your next comedian. Give it up for Matt Gervia. He does not have a puppet.
Hello, everybody. First, I like to talk about real things rather than making things up. I have to tell you. First, Nadine, if you know her at the bar, she is fantastic. She's always bringing new things into the bar. If you have not had a chance to use the bathroom, if you notice over the toilet, it says very clearly on the wall, free pool. So clearly, if you have that much energy to go swimming, please jump in. It's a little tight fit. I'm too big to jump in the toilet, but it does say free pool, and I think that's fantastic. I'm gonna put a little lingerie next to it, a little rope, sit next to me in my back house. Now, I used to be a mama's boy until I grew up and had to take care of my mom. I kind of take her everywhere, do all her shopping for her. I go out and take her to the doctors. She loves Red Lobster, so I take her to Red Lobster. Now, the other day it hit me. This is how crazy my family is. I think I've become my own mom's sugar daddy. Because I literally get everything she wants. Now, just to let you know, this last week she was in the hospital, which she's fine now, but she was in the hospital. My mom, she's in a class of the crazy people that I like to call family. She has this feeling that once she's better and it's time to leave the hospital, that everything in the room is going to be on her bill. So as she is preparing to leave, she's got her big purse and she's like taking the boxes of gloves. And I'm like, what are you doing? They're going to notice that, like 600 gloves are missing. She's like, they're going to charge me for these, even if they're not used. Literally everything in the room except the partially used IV bag is taken. My mom has enough supplies at our house to open her own hospital. So that scares me. But also, my mom used to be a nurse, so she's like the worst patient ever. While the nurse is in the room, she is very pleasant, sweet little old lady. And then they leave. And she literally turns over, and I'm sitting in that most uncomfortable chair they have in the room. And she just turns, she goes, he is of the devil. Why are people always from the devil when you don't like them? Like, there's the devil and there's God. There's nobody in between. That job is vacant. So I don't know how you apply for that, but I think that'd be pretty cool to have that job. So rather than being, the dark side and the light side, there's like the middle side. Just the middle. It's where we kind of let everything go. If I was in charge of like the middle, things like, I would allow little murders, or by accident murders. By accident murders, I would say I'm not gonna send you to hell for it because they're an accident. Now, you might say, how do you do an accident murder? As long as you say, oops. Clearly, that is the universal term for accident. You didn't mean for that to happen. So, when I stab you to death tonight, I will be saying oops, just so you know. It'll be a mistake. I can see it tomorrow, the headline, man falls, stabs himself 37 times when he fell down the stairs. Oops. It was an accident. But I have to tell you, Orlando and Kissimmee are like a brother and sister of craziness. There are so many crazy people in this state that literally I feel normal. I could be their leader. Just to put out there, when you're driving in Florida, I know how to drive. It's the other people that have issues. I was going down the road the other day and this lady is literally pulling out in the middle of ongoing traffic, but rather than using the technology in her new car, she rolls her window down and she's doing this. And I'm like, I think I saw that in E.T. I don't know what that means. And she's just smiling and doing this. And I'm like, And that's how accidents happen. Not to her though. It's the other people around her. They go, what the hell? Boom, you hit somebody. So yeah, I basically term these people as batshit crazy. Because they're a little bit more than just crazy. I can deal with crazy. Batshit crazy people. Those are people that feel that they have to have an animal with them. Now we're not talking about like a therapy dog. We're talking about people going, I need to have a gazelle to keep me calm. If you need a gazelle to keep you calm, you need to go to another country where you can find them out in the wild and run free, my friend. There was a lady at Walmart who literally is walking around with a pig. Now, normally you might say, okay, that's odd, but not batshit crazy. Not batshit crazy. What makes it batshit crazy is she had the pig dressed up. And when, of course, you know, I walk by, I have to say something. I believe it's in my DNA that I must say something. So I literally, as I'm walking by going, hey, wow, Walmart has fresh pork. This lady lost her mind, screaming and yelling that she has a right to have this pig in Walmart and that I can't say anything at all about it. I'm like, no, that's for people that work here. I'm part of the public. I can say whatever I want. And I let her know that she was batshit crazy. Until I got to aisle 7 and I saw the little Vietnamese lady with a baby stroller with netting all around it, which looked really odd, like she trapped a baby, which, who doesn't want to trap a baby? And first, what does a baby trap look like? You know? It's like you have like a little like doll, and like the baby like, and boom. It's like Game of Thrones, like, we've caught another one. You know, what do you do with a baby once you catch it? Because, you know, babies are a lot of maintenance. More maintenance than a car. Because my car, I can run that thing for miles on the same oil. Babies, they drop one load, you literally want to give them away. Anything that can make that smell is rotten on the inside, you know? And we let it grow up. So, this lady at Walmart had a dog in there, and she's talking to the dog in Vietnamese. And I'm like, the dog's just looking going, I'm from Jersey. I don't know what the hell you're saying, just feed me, please. And literally, his paws are up against the netting, like, kill me or let me go, one or the other. And I felt really bad, and I was like, could it possibly be I'm the one that's batshit crazy? And of course I discount that. Because when you have to ask yourself if you're batshit crazy, you're not. It's the people that say, I'm not batshit crazy. Let me just tell you, at work, there's a gentleman who literally tried to convince me the other day that dinosaurs never existed. And I was like, wow, and how can you prove that? Because, did you steal all the bones? He's like, oh no, the bones were made by the government. I was like, I wanted to do the sound of X-Files, like, I couldn't get the whole song down, it didn't really work. But he was going on and on of all these facts like, we never went to the moon. And I was like, oh, but I think you came from there. And he was going on all these things that weren't true, which then led to another gentleman who works at my company, which he is a Scientologist. And he was telling me how that when he dies, a flying saucer comes to Earth, picks up his remains, brings him back to life, and takes him to his own planet, where he will govern the planet. And I asked him, because if you were the only one on the planet, you're your own boss. I said, who do you get to govern over? He's like, the entire planet. I'm like, you. That's like being in a room by yourself, but bigger. Again, batshit crazy. Because anytime you say a UFO is picking you up, unless I see the beam of light come down, I'm like, holy shit, I'm batshit crazy. Unless I see that, I don't believe it. Now, you know we were talking about the crazy people with the pig in Walmart. Now you might say that might be okay for her. let me tell you, because I like to stay current in the news, there was a family in Orlando that was in the news yesterday that they have 12 pigs, 12 miniature pigs. And they were on the news and they went to the county commission to fight the law that says you cannot have farm animals in the town because it's more like a city. And they were like, but what are we gonna do? Our pigs are like our family. And meanwhile, all their neighbors are like, it's gotta go. It's gotta go or dinner plate, one or the other. And these weren't, they said they were miniature pigs. They were the size of a good car tire. There was nothing miniature about these. And literally, they went over and they had a huge hearing, and they now have to find homes for each and every one of these pigs. And they literally went on TV and said, if you have a space in your home for a pig, please call us. Now for me, I was like, no thanks, I already have a girlfriend. Oh, come on, that was funny. All right, well, that was my time. Thank you very much.